Hey everybody, Rust Quick Electric here, today with a roleplay-esque type of build. Now, today we have a security peacekeeper airlock based off one switch with timers. Now the idea is that the person will wait outside your base, the switch will be pulled, the first door will open along with the peacekeeper turret airlock, while this door shuts immediately. And then after a short clearance period, the door will shut and this door will open, allowing access to one person unarmed. More so built for RP because it's kind of unrealistic with the regular vanilla game, but fun nonetheless. For this build, we need one switch, one splitter, 3 door controllers, 2 blockers, 2 timers, and 1 blocker. I'm sorry, these were branches. So let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to start off with the main power switch as well as the door controller placement. This will be our on switch, and we will just need 1 splitter for this build. So we're going to begin with getting the power. Now for this build, as always, I have a wind turbine at the top linked with a large rechargeable battery, which we're going to go ahead and link up there. And then we will get the main power switch, if I can reach it from here. The main power switch output, hopefully this gets fixed soon, going to our splitter. Now before we go any further, I'm going to set up the 3 door controllers on our 3 doors. We have one with the door here, we will have one with the auto turret door here, and we will have one with the door here. And that placement really isn't too important because if they're going into the airlock, it's not really a place where they're going to grief the area. So we can continue onwards as is. Now, for the rest of the build, we're going to make use of the timers and the branches. So a timer, if you don't know, allows a pass-through of electrical flow for a set period of time and can be toggled manually. So we're going to set up a timer there with a branch. Then we're going to set up another timer here with a second branch. And then the last thing that we need is our blocker. Now the idea behind the blocker is alternating the door effects. So while this one opens or shuts, we want this door doing the exact opposite after the time has elapsed. So we can begin wiring. The 3 power out slots of the splitter are going to go towards our 2 timers as well as our blocker. So we'll wire that up right quick. As such. Alright, perfect. So we have our main power switch, and this will be our timer activation switch. So, first things first, since this is our first activation switch, we will not be using a toggle on. We will be manually pressing from the timer itself. So we're going to have our timer output of the first one, come down here into our branch in. And now this is where it's a little annoying because we want the branch out going to the right, but we want the power out continuing onwards to the next switch. So the branch out of our first switch is going to go to our front door. So we can have this run up right here, run across here, hop on in here, come like this, and just like that. Now, the branch needs to be configured to allow some power, so we'll just do 5 for now as to what to branch out. And then our power from the branch is actually going to go directly into our next timer. And we're going to do the same process with this timer, in which the timer is going to go up, down, down, and into our branch. Now, for the branch out of our second door, this is going to go to our Peacekeeper turret door. So we're going to branch up high this time. Like so, come into our turret room, staying high, and then come down and in. Alright. And then we want the actual power out to head through our block pass-through of our blocker. Now, the power out of the blocker is going to go high as well, and come to our airlock door this time. So we'll get it to go up here, around here, and straight in. So with everything wired, we have to run the circuit one time before we can manually configure the timer time. So we're going to go ahead and check it out. We're going to turn this on, which opens up the back door, but the front door and the Peacekeeper turret area remain shut while this is open. So we're going to activate the timer. You'll see the actual access door is shut while that opens and the Peacekeeper turret is open. You're going to have code locks on all of these, but you can't apply the code locks until all the wiring is done with the door controllers. So you'll see as the timer expired, the two doors shut and then this open. But we kind of want to adjust that time because we'd like our front door to shut before the Peacekeeper turret does. So we're going to set this to a time of, we'll do 5 seconds for this, and then we're going to set our Peacekeeper turret time to, we'll say 7 seconds. So when we watch it again, we'll get it going. The doors both open simultaneously. Somebody can enter the airlock. The Peacekeeper turret door opens. This now shuts, and then there's a time delay before the Peacekeeper turret shuts with this door opening. Now we can extend that time as well, which it seemed a bit short, so we'll do this to 10 seconds. And we'll see it one more time. So we'll activate. Entrance door shuts. Front door opens. Person enters. Peacekeeper. They get validated. Peacekeeper remains open for an additional few seconds, and then it shuts, allowing full access. Now this can be used for a number of things, and it's fun to mess with multiple action timers. But as for today, that's all I got for you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to join the Discord. I'm always on. Thanks.